Good morning on day 16. It was another chilly night, but there was no wind, and so it was so calm and quiet and peaceful. Much better for sleeping. Everything froze overnight. You can see my footprints in the snow from yesterday. It's all ice now. So I'm taking my time leaving camp because I think the trail is going to be iced up, and I'd like it to thaw out a little bit before I head up. I was camped at 9,000 feet last night. That's my highest camp so far on the PCT. Also, I realized this is now my longest solo trip, which I guess I passed a couple days ago. My previous longest solo trip was 155 miles on Big Seki Loop, and I'm now at almost 181 on the PCT. The trail is actually quite icy this morning, so I'm walking carefully. I'm at another junction. I'm going to stay on the PCT northbound, but this is where folks can turn off to take the alternate that goes up to San Jacinto Peak. Coming up to Strawberry Junction. Looks like there's a porta potty back there and maybe a bear box. Lots of options at this junction. Pretty sure I take the left toward Little Round Valley and San Jacinto Peak. Climbing back up, had dropped down earlier this morning and now heading back up to around 9,000 feet again. And in exciting news, I just took off my wool base layers for the first time in several days. So it's warming up a bit. By the way, the new wool base layers, they were great. Really soft, not itchy, warm. They were from minus 33. And then the new sleeping pad, the Nemo Tensor All Season, was also really comfortable. Takes a while to blow up, but it's really comfortable and a lot more insulating than the Z-Lite. You know, I had a couple really cold nights and was kind of on the edge of being warm enough, and I'm sure I would have frozen without the new sleeping pad. So really glad I picked those things up. Turning here onto the Fuller Ridge Trail, which is part of the PCT, and I'm gonna hope it's not too icy because I've heard this section can be dangerous. There's been so much up and down this morning, it's giving me deja vu. Like I've checked far out to make sure I'm going the right direction. I've gone 6.6 miles and it's time for lunch. I'm having ramen with peanut butter. I've done most of the ascending for today, and the rest of the day will be downhill. There's still trees dropping chunks today. Not as much as yesterday, but like, look at how big that is. If that fell on your head, that would take you out. Like, look at this thing. That's huge. I take back what I said about not being as bad as yesterday with the ice chunks. The last couple miles were like the land of ice chunks. So this last half mile or so seems like longer. And ahead is continuous snow, and it's really slushy and slippery on this slope, so I'm focusing on not sliding. It's gone to patchy snow now, which is a lot better. I'm grateful for that. But the snow and ice on trail is definitely making the miles come slower today. Just did a little side quest down to a creek to get some water, and it's 12 miles till the next water source, so I'm loaded up and I'm gonna hike a little bit more and set up a camp. I was tempted to stop and camp by that water, but I want to make sure I'm close enough to the 10 that I can get there tomorrow. I'm planning to meet some friends who are gonna pick me up, and then I'm gonna visit with them for a little bit. Today was tough. I went 14.8 miles, including a side trip for water, climbed about 1,600 feet and descended 5,000 feet. And the miles were slow going with the snow and ice on the trail. And then there was the added excitement of ice chunks falling from above. I'm camped at a much lower elevation tonight, and tomorrow I'm gonna hike out to the 10. See you tomorrow.